Hello everyone, this is Engineer Selassie from Halo Academy and Brain Boosters, and today we are going to discuss about pile static load test. And if you remember, in our part 1 video we discussed about complex type of system, because we have two type of pile testing. One is complex type and the second one is crown type. And in this video I am going to discuss with you everything you want to know about the complex pile test, static pile test system, and the full structural design procedures will be provided also. At the end of this video, I can assure you that you will know everything you want to know about the methodology and the structural design of crown type of static pile test. Thank you so much, and let's get into it. Okay, welcome back, guys. So as you remember, in our last video we discussed about static pile test using complex type of system, and the link, I will put the link down below and you can check that video as well. But in this session we are going to discuss about the pile static compression load test using the crown method. Okay, this is the second method, so let's get into it. So what we are going to discuss in this session will be, I will try to introduce the introduction part, then the resource, then static load test procedures, reference beam and dial gauges, test result presentation, tie-back anchorage installation, how installing on site, because I have a lot of experience in the mega Emirates and I work in high-rising hotel projects as well. So from my experience I am going to share it with you and you might use it for yourself. So in the tie-back anchorage installation we will see the general topics and installation procedures and grounding also, how we gonna ground, that will be the issue. So in the introduction, so the subcontractor, the third party subcontractor, the piling subcontractor, they are the one who's going to conduct the pile load test for working pile, because this is we are going to see in this session for working pile load test procedure. There are some factors. For example, during the excavation, variation may adopt to suit unforeseen conditions when the framework of the specification in accordance to the engineer decision. Because when we start excavation of the anchors, we might face a lot of the problem. So depending on the site condition, there might be a change in the installation procedure and other issues, the groundwater table and the level, the groundwater level and everything has a factor. So we have to consider that. For example, for the resource, for example, you might need for reconstruction ground tie-back anchors. So for in the resource part, the following resource will be deployed for the construction of ground tie-back anchors. You might need a site engineer, you might need a rig operator, you might need a rigger, you might need supporting laborers, and you might need also micro pile rig, Casa Grande C6. We might need that. If you go to the here, this is C62, the Casa Grande C6 pile drilling rig, and you can go to their website and you can read for more information that this rig is used in our case. And backhoe or skid loader and bentonite tank and grouting and mixing units are some of the resources you need. And okay, For the static load test procedure, the pile will be tested by means of applying and maintaining loads from 0 to the working load. Then the pile will be unloaded up to 0, and after that the pile will be loaded for the second cycle from 0 to the test load. Finally, the pile will be unloaded up to 0 by a specific time interval or until the rate of the pile settlement fails to the specific value. The jack provided on the pile head would apply load against the reaction system. This is also I provided in my first video. I will put the link down below, and you can see the loading unloading sequence. It depends on the course and third party piling subcontractor. They will give you and the consultant approval, and you can check that video. The reaction will be provided by a crown tied back to the ground by the anchor reaction system. And the load will be applied by suitable numbers of hydraulic jack of 1000 tons capacity. The hydraulic pressure is recorded with a calibrated pressure gauge. The test will be conducted in accordance with ASTM D1143-194. Loading procedure: loading from 0 to working load, unloading from working load to 0, starting the second cycle by loading up to the test load, then unloading to 0. Reference beam and dialing gauge. The measurement of the pile head movement shall be made by 4 dial gauges rigidly mounted on the reference beam. The tip of the gauge shall bear onto a glass or other smooth plates glued to the prepared pile head and normal to the pile axis. The dial gauges shall be placed equidistant from the pile axis and from each other. Dial gauge shall read directly to 0.01 mm and have a steam travel of 50 mm to 100 mm with readings including with settlement. Level readings will also be taken by a level instrument on the reaction pile and the beam. External leveling. Measurement of pile movement. The settlements are recorded with 4 number dial gauges with an accuracy of 0.01 mm. Test results presentation. The test result will be presented as follows: time load diagram, load settlement diagram, time settlement diagram. Tie-back anchorage installation. Tie-back anchors will be installed for static compression load test in order to provide reaction to the loading system. Loads on each anchor and its dimension are made as in laboratory design. Installation procedure: a powerful Casa Grande C6 micro pile rig will be used to install the tie-back anchors. Following sequence will be adopted for the installation of the anchors. The first, install the rig at approximately the level of the pile head. Adjust the swing mast to the required inclination, 8 degree, with vertical line to meet the design site requirement. The mast can be rotated in all directions to accommodate the site requirement. Second step, drill through the soil until the design depth using a steel casing or bentonite slurry, just in case to support and maintain the soil stable to avoid any damage of the underground surface. The structures and installed piles will installing the anchors. Grouting. After drilling the required anchor length, the drilled borehole will be filled by primary cement grout pipes until the grouting has replacing the water in the code completely. These are some of the points you should know. Now directly I will go to the design part.